Hey guys, just want to make a very short video about an opening, it's not really a trap, just a way of punishing a bad opening move. Because in the video that I did, I think yesterday, about the difference between a 1000 and 1500 player, my opponent actually played this kind of quiet looking Damiano Defence. So let me show you, I'll talk you through it, and I've got the chess.com Explorer open here. So it's set to master games, and you can see that they've got 1.25 million games starting with e4. e5 has 268,000. It's actually twice as many Sicilians played as e5s at the master level. Okay, and then I responded with knight to f3, which again is the most common move by a long way against e4, e5. Nearly 250,000 of those played. And then my opponent does not play the most popular, so knight to c6 is the most common with 200,000. Knight to f6, the Petrov, has 23,000, and then you've got the very quiet d6 with 8,000, and after that it's not much. So you've got f5 comes next, and then queen to e7. Now, the one that I'm looking at is the following one, which is f6, the Damiano Defence, right? And if you look at this on here, f6 has been played 14 times at the master level with an absolutely crushing 79% for white. And why is that? So this is what my opponent played in the game, and I don't know what I did on the video. Might have brought my bishop out or something like that, but somebody's pointed out there's a response to this that really does kick it. And it's interesting because I did a video on the wayward queen attack yesterday as well, and which involves queen to h5, right? So on move 2, which looks at, I mean, it's a way to trick some beginners, but this is kind of similar. Because if your opponent plays f6, moving the forget about it pawn, and I highlighted this in the video, and I said, look, this is his first error because he's opened up a line to his king. What I didn't do, because I didn't know, was that there's a very easy way to punish it. And if you look on here, knight takes e5 has won out of, I guess, 9 games, has won 7 times. So knight takes e5. And now what shouldn't happen is f takes e5. This is actually, I guess, a bit of a trap, right? So you win a pawn, but if the pawn recaptures, you have, guess what, queen to h5, check. And then, I mean, what can black do? He's got 2 legal moves. One is king to e7, which will fall to the knight capture. And the worst one is g6, as we've seen with a wayward queen, because queen takes pawn, check again, and queen to e7 is pretty much forced, and then you can grab the rook. Okay, so I mean, it's not the end of the world for black, but it's certainly not a good way to start a game of chess. So interesting that that master level players have actually gone down that route as well. And interestingly, in the game, in the one game at master level where this move was played and the queen took the rook, this is queen to h8, played by Petrov and Sokolov in 1807, apparently was won by black. But then when I actually play the move, the only game on the system is from 2009 and it was won by white, so go figure. Anyway, so that's, if your opponent ever plays that, let me go back and see how many times that has been played against me. Okay, so I'm going to set it to my games and playing as white, and when I play knight to f3, okay, let's see what we've got. Knight to c6 500 times, d6, which is a bit quiet, 175. Knight to f6, the Petrov is played 76 times. Queen to f6 has been played then. And then we've got bishop c5, that move. Okay, then we've got d5, and finally f6. So f6 has been played 11 times against me. If I click on that, there it is. And all of the time in this, I've played d4 7 times. I've played bishop to c4, yeah, which is probably what I played the other day, and knight to c3, and then bishop to b5. They're the moves I've played in the past. The move I should play from now on is knight takes e5. So if you ever see this, it's not the most common because it is poor, right? But if you ever see it, you remember, nice easy way to punish it. Knight takes, and then pawn takes would be a blunder. Black really needs to play his queen out at this point in time. Okay, so just want to remember, log it in the old memory banks, and next time you see it, you'll know what to do.